New Louboutin, you would think I'm bleeding from my toes. On the side of you, make you freeze, make you cold. I want you to get up on your knees and your toes. I see one of my enemies, they gon' freeze like they cold. I swear I ain't no killer, but test me if you wrong. You don't want my adrenaline rushing, leave me alone. Hey, get up on my mind, I can't think. On my sounding like they spin. AP covered diamonds with baguettes, yeah.
This gonna feel real good, alright? Most dope. Everybody please put a thumb in the air. One, two, three, four. Break that shit, something like a monkey goes on. Let me out, let me out, let me out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Break that shit, something like a monkey goes on. Let me out, let me out, let me out. I feel like $1,000,000, but my money don't really feel like I do. And from the ground I built my own damn buzz. People was amazed I was still in high school, but now I'm out. And money what I'm about, trying to get so much that I can't keep count. New kicks give me cushion like whoopee. Keep a smile like an eating ball cookie. Everything good, I'm white boy awesome, up all night. Johnny Carson, I ain't got a Benz, no, just a Honda. Love you better than me. Ain't nobody gonna love you back. Ain't nobody gonna love you In a room full of people but you, I don't see anybody else. No. When we fight and you're right, so for real, I'll make it so difficult.
Shout out to them people. Mad ethnic right now. I get it how I live it. I live it how I get it. Y'all don't really get it. I pull up in a lemon. Blocks get it spinning. Money 3D printing. Never had a limit. Never been religious. I just always had opinions. My daddy told me, listen, you better get some money and I die, go to prison. So you see, yeah, I got rich and stayed free. Free the dogs doing BIDs. I know everybody not like me. Hey, got a nerve to want a Bentley for a birthday. I said maybe I could rent it for your birthday. Matter of fact, I need a favor for the remix. Maybe I could get some 50s for your birthday. Hey, get the sneaker for your babe. Say we talk, but we ain't speaking every day. And I know you know what P about to say. Bath salt, why you speakers in the face? 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 Bath salt, why you speakers?
Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they drippin', ice. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Came through drippin', drip, drip. Diamonds on my wrist, they drippin',
Came through drippin',
drip, drip.
came through drippin',
Drip, drip.
came through drippin'.
Drip, drip.
Diamonds on my wrist, they drippin'. Came through drippin',
Drip, drip.
came through drippin',
Drip, drip.
came through drippin'.
Drip, drip.
Diamonds on my wrist, they drippin'.
Give me a little something to remember. Try to make love in the sprinter. Quit drop it like timber. Looking like a right swipe on Tinder. Shit on these hoes. Let at my wrist on these hoes. Now I look down on these. I do it like I'm on stilts on these hoes. Okay, baby, daddy, right now. And the maid got cake by the pound. Go down, eat it up, don't drown. With the cheese and the bow, high sound. I got that gushy, yeah, that's a fact, but I never been pussy. I've been that pajamas with footies on every P, and I'm still a desire. Or is it love that I'm feeling for you? I want desire. 'Cause your love only gets me amused. 'Cause your love, 'cause your love, 'cause your love.
So we ain't really never had no old money.
And then
We got a whole lot of new money though.
I'll probably start when they do the. I'll start with in a few minutes, like say 2 minutes, and then I'll when they do the starters, I'll just throw it to the. That's how I usually do it.
Perfect. All right.
All right.
Thanks, Adam.
Okay, thank you.
Baldwin Wallace University, the Ohio Athletic Conference, and the National Collegiate Athletic Association prohibit the sale and/or consumption of any alcoholic beverage in or within the confines of the George Finnie Stadium. Finnie Stadium and the entire BW campus are designated as tobacco and smoke-free. We ask that you please refrain from smoking or using any tobacco products while in the stadium or on campus. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. The NCAA and Ohio Athletic Conference promote good sportsmanship by demonstrating respect for all student athletes, coaches, officials, and fans. Fan ridicule of the opposition is strictly prohibited.
And welcome to Trestle Field on the campus of Baldwin Wallace University as we get ready for women's lacrosse action today here from Baldwin Wallace as BW takes on Muskingum. Hi again, everybody. I'm Adam Mendoza. Glad to have you along here on BWYellowJackets.com. BW coming into this game with a record of 6-5. They are 3-1 in the OAC coming into this matchup, playing very well at home. They are 4-0 overall at home as they have won 3 games in a row. They are in third place in the Ohio Athletic Conference with that 3-1 record. In their last game, BW defeated Ohio Northern 13-7. Bree Martineau had 5 goals. Megan Patrick and Maddie Ray chipped in with each a hat trick in their efforts in that game. They outshot Ohio Northern in that game 47-17, and they were able to win 15 draw controls. Now, the only negative of that game was that they were 0 of 6 on free position shots. Now, last year when BW and Muskingum tangled on the field, BW won 18-4, and they have won 3 in a row after losing 2 straight games, one to Worcester and the other at Capital. But they have come up with some impressive wins over the last 3 games. They defeated Marietta 21-0. Then they beat crosstown rival John Carroll 9-8 and had that last game on the win of 13-7. Against Ohio Northern. Muskingum coming into this game, they are struggling this year. They are 1-11 overall, 0-4 in the OAC. They are 0-6 on the road. This is a team that has lost 5 games they've lost 6 games in a row. In their last matchup, they lost to Ohio Northern 18-5. Courtney Hines for Muskingum had 3 goals, and they were outshot 47-11. And Mackenzie Fuller broke the school record with direct draws with 56. Their last win was March 12th against Waynesburg in a 22-2 victory. They've been shut out 3 times this year, and they've scored 6 goals just in their last 4 games. We will go down and hear the starting lineups for this afternoon's matchup.
Midfield, number 17, Courtney Hines. At midfield, number 21, Mackenzie Fuller. At defense, number 22, LaShonda Robinson. At midfield, number 24, Emily Jackson. At midfield, number 25, Carly Spitz. At midfield, number 27, Allie Hill. And in goal, number 42, Sienna Jones. And now, for your Baldwin Wallace University starters. At attack, number 1, Bree Martineau. At defense, number 5, Hannah Stein. At midfield, number 6, Sid Chamberlain. At midfield, number 7, Savannah Jacob. At midfield, number 8, Christina Roscoff. At midfield, number 10, Megan Patrick. At defense, number 13, Cassidy Prather. At defense, number 18, Erica Davidson. At attack, number 23, Mackenzie Moran. At midfield, number 28, Maddie Ray. At attack, number 33, Hannah Albrechta. And in goal, for your Jackets, number 98, Ashley Hildreth. At this time, we ask that all fans please rise and kindly remove your caps as we honor America and those who protect our freedom at home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem.
Well, we are just about set for this afternoon's game. Beautiful day for Lacrosse here at Baldwin Wallace University. Game time temperature 59 degrees with winds coming out of the south. It's been one of the better days for women's lacrosse that I have been involved with since doing some of these BW games. Normally we have very cold temperatures, but game time temperature should reach into the 60s sometime this afternoon. When you look at Baldwin Wallace, Bree Martineau, boy, she is having a fantastic season. She's 9th in the OAC in scoring with 44 points, 8th in goals with 32. Then you follow up with Maddie Ray, who has 27 goals on the year, 3 assists and 30 points in that game. And Megan Patrick, 19 goals, an assist, and 20 points, and really doing a very good job on the draw control this year, as she has 36 draw control wins during the year. One thing that we will try to look at, Ashley Hildreth, who is in the nets today, she needs 2 saves to tie the all-time saves, and if she gets 3 saves today, she will be the all-time saves leader in BW women's lacrosse history. As we get ready for the opening draw control here at BW, as we are all set. BW in their home white uniforms with the gold bottoms. Meanwhile, Muskingum in all black. And this draw control is picked up by BW. BW has done a very good job in scoring, averaging 128 goals this year. They're averaging 11.6. That's 5th in the Ohio Athletic Conference as they play it back and set up the offense. Now they are 6th in goals against average at 12.3. Meanwhile, Muskingum, as we said, they have struggled. They've only averaged 4.8 goals a game, but they're giving up 16.6 goals a game this season. BW with control of it back behind the net as Martineau with it in that X spot as they look to set up. Now BW really clearing it out as they've got 5 out beyond the 12-meter arc. Now going with Martineau looking to go for a quick pass inside. Now they have a cutter as they bring it in. Now they bring it to the right side. There's a shot and there's a score for BW as Maddie Ray picks up her 28th goal of the year. Maddie Ray, the sophomore out of Revere, comes up with the goal as BW takes a quick 1-0 lead, as this one comes within the first 2 minutes of the opening half here at BW. So if you saw how BW was set up, they put their 2 players back behind the cage, and then they set up everybody beyond the 12-meter arc, and then they were just kind of going in there and trying to dive bomb into the net area. So the goal by Maddie Ray with the assist by Megan Patrick, her 28th of the year. BW leads it 1-0 as this control of the draw by Muskingum. Still a battle for it as somebody's trying to get that scoop going. Good defensive cross right there as Martineau with it. Right side goal line extended. She'll play it right in the middle looking for that centering pass. That gets away. And it'll be scooped up by BW's Mackenzie Moran, the senior out of Carlisle, Pennsylvania. Now BW will set up the offense once again. As we said, they are 6th in goals in the OAC with 128. Looking to go in. That shot just off the stick and could not get a good shot off of that one as it flailed up high over the crossbar. Now Martineau working it inside. She wraps one around and she gets the goal as Martineau comes up with her 33rd goal of the year. Martineau comes into this game 8th in the OAC in goals scored, 12th in assists, and 9th in points scored. And she comes up with her goal, as that is number, as we said, number 33 on the year. Now she needs 3 more points to move into 7th place in the all-time points category. She comes into this game in her career with 91. So Coach Nicole St. Pierre in her second year has to be pretty happy with 2 quick goals within the first 2 minutes of this game as Megan Patrick there for the draw control. And once again, the possession for BW as Mackenzie Moran has it on the right side. They work it back behind the Savannah Jackal. BW has been in control since the opening faceoff here in this first half. Muskingum has not able to get the ball out of their own defensive end as they are 73 of 132 on their clears. That's a 55% clear percentage. Now BW taking their time, trying to set up the offense. Martineau working it inside the 8-meter arc, and penalty, and the foul will go against Muskingum, and we'll have a free position shot now for BW and Bree Martineau. Martineau has already scored a goal in the game as she gets ready for the free possession shot. Approaches, shoots, and that one is blocked on a good play there by Sienna Jones, the goalkeeper for Muskingum, who's 1-7 on the year, giving up 15 goals a game. BW still with control of it, trying to work it through in that 8-meter area. BW works it around the arc as we have played 3 minutes in this first half, and BW quickly leads it 2-0 here. As we said, the Muskingum, and another shot and another save there as a good play there, and we'll have the slashing on BW. And so now Muskingum will have their first opportunity to move the ball out of their own defensive end of the field. So now after the foul, BW is going to regain possession. And they'll have a free position shot as Megan Patrick up top of the 8-meter arc. She'll look to go against Sienna Jones. Approaches straight on, shoots low, and she gets it into the back of the net. BW within the first 3 minutes have scored 3 goals here in the first 3 minutes and lead it 3-0. We were talking about the struggles for Muskingum, as Muskingum really has had a drought in the last couple of games. In their last 4 games, they've only been able to score 6 goals in their last 4 games. Megan Patrick now comes up with the goal. That gives her 20 on the year, 21 points on the season. She's 6th in all-time points, as she has 4 hat tricks this year. And in the last game, she scored 3 goals against Ohio Northern in that big win, as BW now leads it 3-0. Here's the question: can Muskingum get the ball over the center half of the line? And they can't. Right now, again, 4 possessions for BW, and it's been all BW in this first half of action as they lead it 3-0. We'll also keep you updated on what's going on in other action on the men's side in lacrosse as BW takes on Muskingum down at Muskingum. We'll also try to keep you up to date on some softball and baseball scores as Martineau inside getting the pass in front of the crease and could not get it to fall through as she just misses it on the rip-around. 26-15, 4 minutes into this game, and it looks like BW has been able to score a goal in each of the first 4 minutes as they do not get that one now as we are into the 5th minute mark as this lob pass goes up top as BW looking for a centering pass inside. Nice save there by Sienna Jones as she comes in and makes a beautiful save as she has in 5 games this year 14 or more saves as Muskingum trying to clear out the zone, and they are just having a hard time, and the check being made by BW as they get the turnover again in Muskingum territory. Talk about the tilted field. It is tilted for the advantage of BW as they have had that ball in their control for a good 5 minutes of this first half of action. 30-minute halves as the ball goes in Albrecht. Low shot, that one missing. Albrecht on the year, the senior out of Uniontown. 3rd in old-time goals. Quick restart by the Lady Yellow Jackets. They'll work it along the 12-meter arc. Working it to the left side is Savannah Jackal. Back to Bree Martineau, back behind the goal line extended on that left side. Now she'll scooch to the near side, plays it up top, going over to Maddie Ray. Ray in the lane, puts a shot in there, and Sienna Jones once again coming up with the save. Right now, BW with 6 shots on goal, and they are 1 of 2 on free position shots. Muskingum trying to clear it out on their own defensive end. There's another turnover. Albrecht tries to come up with it, but the ground ball is picked up. Here comes Martineau in the middle over 2. She gets tripped up. And we'll have a free position shot now for BW. Martineau, the junior out of Strongsville, once again will get the free position. They're 1 of 2. And they'll pass it quickly inside. There's a shot on a beautiful pass to Sid Chamberlain, who came in from the right-hand side. Sienna Jones thought the ball was going to go to her near side, but it went back post, and the count and the goal will count. And the goal gives BW a 4-0 lead here in the opening half of action as BW quickly jumps out to a 4-0 lead. And BW just jumping all over Muskingum 4-0. Sid Chamberlain getting the goal. Bree Martineau with the assist. And for Chamberlain, that is her 4th goal of the year. We'll have an offsides, and it'll be BW getting the ball. They'll get it at the midfield area. 24 minutes remaining in the first half. BW leads it 4-0. They have won every draw control as Martineau with it left of the arc. Works it back behind the cage area. Looking to move it up front. Little lob pass over there to Hannah Stein, the junior out of Medina. Now they work it towards the middle. Martineau with it. Martineau's had some really good games. She scored a goal in all but 1 game this year. And she has 3 straight games where she scored 3 goals or more. Albrecht, the all-time, one of the top 10 in assists with it. Shoots, looking to go inside, but still cradles that ball. Nice pass to the left side, and the goal is hit by Mackenzie Moran, her 6th of the year.
Mackenzie Moran.
So BW quickly goes up to a 5-0 lead, as BW now with 9 shots on goal, and they have 5 goals in the game, and they lead it 5-0 in the first 7 minutes of the contest. And one of the biggest problems right now for Muskingum is they have not been able to get the ball to cross midfield. Muskingum has not gotten the ball to cross midfield at all. BW waiting on the draw control as everybody is playing on the Muskingum side of the field. That ball lifted back, and the control is picked up by Hannah Stein. Stein lost it after the check. Still regains possession. Now the ball rolls away as Albrecht tries to battle for the ball, and she'll scoop up the ground ball. As BW trying to switch some positions up. Savannah Jackal with it. Errant pass knocked down by Megan Patrick. Patrick has 3 hat tricks on the year. Long lead pass is Muskingum packing it in the 12-meter arc area. BW right now with content with trying to work on some of their passing up front to try to work the offense, trying to work a weave. Patrick with it, plays it back over to Roscoff, or make that Sid Chamberlain. Now going inside on a quick move. There's a shot, another save being made by Sienna Jones. Sienna Jones with 5 saves in the game so far. We were talking about saves. Ashley Hildreth needs 3 to become the all-time saves leader. And here's the first time that the ball crosses midfield for Muskingum on a good long run. The Muskies, number 17, Courtney Hines, got taken off the ball, and they'll play that back over to Hildreth. Courtney Hines had 3 goals against Ohio Northern for the sophomore, one of the team leaders in goals scored with 14 for Muskingum. Danny Crisp also tops in scoring with 14, and Carly Spitz has 12. BW quickly down the other way, and coming down is Megan Patrick. And Megan Patrick comes up with another goal for BW. And Megan Patrick picks up her 2nd goal of the game. And the assist will go to Alexis O'Neill. Megan Patrick with her 2nd goal gives her 21 on the year. And BW in the first almost 8 minutes of the game lead it 6-0. So in the first 9 minutes or so of this game, Muskingum has been able to cross midfield just once on the offensive side. As we said, Muskingum is struggling on the offensive side. When you look at them, they average they're averaging 14 shots a game. And so far in this contest, they have not 1 shot. And as we said, Hildreth is looking to become the all-time saves leader, and now Muskingum will have the ball, and they'll look to cross over on midfield on the restart, and they do. With it is Carly Spitz. Spitz trying to pass it up front on that right side over to Brianna Bailey. Bailey on the right wing. Up ahead, looking to Mackenzie Fuller. Fuller trying to get in there. On the defensive pressure is Erica Davidson for BW with that cross check. On the block inside, there is a shot. That one goes off to the side, and it's picked up once again by Eric McConnell as they look to go inside that crease area. Now here comes a clear by BW. Hannah Stein with it, looking to go on the long run, passes it up on that left far side. Now they get it to Martineau. Nice little crisp passing as they work it down. Nobody's really going on the long run. Here comes Jackal up the middle, and we'll have a stoppage in play. And we'll have a free position shot for BW. BW 1 of 2 on their free position shots. She'll go just right of Sienna Jones. Comes in, shoots, and scores! Savannah Jackal puts in the ball in the back of the net as Jackal picks up her first goal of the game. And for Jackal, 17 goals on the year for the junior out of Lockport, New York. And Savannah this year, 5 games of 2 or more goals. BW, as we said, they have really peppered the nets. They're 6th in goals scored, and they're 5th in the conference with 11.6 goals a game. BW looking to extend their winning streak to 4 games, and right now in control at 7-0 with 20 minutes and 46 seconds to go here in the first half of action. Muskingum, only a couple of times they've been able to get the ball over midfield as this draw control is picked up by Hannah Stein. Albrecht on that left wing approaching the 12-meter mark. Looks to send a centering pass, but picked off and away, but picked up behind the cage by Alexis O'Neill. O'Neill plays it over to Jackal. Jackal working it up top. BW taking their time, working it around the arc. There's Maddie Ray with it on the left side, playing it back goal line, extended to the left side. Albrecht will try to start up the offense. Back behind with 20 minutes and 9 seconds remaining in the first half of action. Albrecht, the senior out of Uniontown, 16 goals on the year, 34 points. She's 8th in the conference in points. And that's thanks to 18 assists on the year. Albrecht has scored a goal in 5 of her last 6 games. Cradling the ball back behind the net. Now goal line extended to the left-hand side. 1936, she'll make a move. She'll shoot low, and she puts it into the back of the net as Hannah Albrecht, the 3rd all-time goal scorer for BW, puts another one into the back of the net, and she has 17 on the year. And it's an 8-0 lead here for BW in this first half of action. As Albrecht now with 17 goals gives her 35 points on the season. Looking at other scores in the OAC this afternoon on the men's side, Mount Union and Heidelberg scoreless. BW and Muskingum also scoreless on the men's side. On the ladies' side, no score between Heidelberg and Mount Union. Capital in Otterbein will play at 4 along with Marietta and Ohio Northern. As we said, BW comes into this game 3rd place in the OAC with a couple of big games coming up next. They'll have Heidelberg on Wednesday and a big game against Mount Union on the 24th. Now, today's the only second home conference game for BW this year. They're 3-1 in the conference, 4-0 at home. Muskingum on the year, on the road, 0-6 overall, 0-2 in conference games. Albrecht, the goal line extended, a little lead pass in the middle of the fan area. That is picked up by Megan Patrick. She'll bring it out. Now back to Albrecht. She tried to get a shot, but a good defensive play there by the Muskie defense. And that one being done by Emily Jackson, the freshman, getting that ball away. BW still in control, trying to work it around. There's another save by Sienna Jones. Jones now with 6 saves in this game. Trying to get the long lead pass, almost a turnover, and the quick foul against Albrecht, and that'll get Muskingum to restart on offense. 18-10 remaining in the first half. Big long run by Muskingum, and the penalty once again will give the Muskies the ball over on that far side of the field, just inside the wing area. Muskingum has really struggled to get that ball over their area. No shots officially in the books by the Muskies, and a long lead pass after the turnover. Maddie Ray, left side, goes in, cuts through the middle. She'll dive, she'll shoot, and that one goes off the mark as she got taken down on the turf, and she had a really good angle there on the goal and went to the right side, then started to fall down, and the shot, errant shot. 8-0. BW getting another turnover once again. Back with the ball is Savannah Jackal, the junior, out of Lockport. Trying to work it inside on that pass to Hannah Stein. That doesn't go anywhere. And BW will get control once again. Albrecht just outside the crease, looking for a centering pass. That one is broken up by the Muskie defense. Loose ball, turnover, picked up by BW once again. Stein on the right side, works at goal line extended to the near side as they work it over to Alexis O'Neill. BW has been working on their attack from the outside. Albrechta cradles to the right side, lost the handle of the ball. Good cross there being made by Emily Jackson, the midfielder, as that ball loose in front of the crease. Still in there, and there's a shot, and that one is snagged right out of the air by Sienna Jones. The sophomore coming up with the play. Sienna Jones out of Pickerington and Pick Central. Ball played back behind the cage area. BW with control of it once again. Working it up top. Through the circle. Nice shot underneath. Bounces away and goes awry. Savannah Jackal coming in on the shot. 21 shots in the game. 15 shots on goal for BW. None officially for Muskingum so far in this first half. And we've played 15 minutes of the 30-minute half. BW leading it 8-0. Albrechta working it back behind the cage area. In the fan area is BW. They work it over to Savannah Jackal. Jackal tried to go in. She stopped. And we'll have a stoppage in play. And BW once again will have another free position shot. This time at the 8-meter arc, just to the right or to the left of the goalkeeper, Sienna Jones. It'll be Savannah Jackal. 2 of 3 for BW on free position shots. She'll approach, she'll go low, and she puts it into the back of the nets. Savannah Jackal comes in with the goal. Savannah Jackal with the goal. That is her second of the day. Gives her 18 on the season. And now that gives her 6 games where she has scored 2 or more goals this year. Her high was against Center College out of Kentucky when she scored 4 goals in that game. So BW with a 9-0 lead here in the first half of action. So now the ball will get turned over to Muskingum. As we said, the offensive attacking area for Muskingum, really not much happening on that side. The field has been tilted so much that if you were to look at the first 15 minutes of the game, I would say at least 14 minutes controlled by BW in this contest. Martineau will play it back as they work it over to Megan Patrick on the left side. Patrick with already 2 goals in the game. BW spreading the offense as Albrechta works it over to Martineau on the near side, goal line extended. She'll look up top. Now they're going to set up the offense once again like they did earlier. They'll have 2 back behind the cage. They'll set up the other 5 in a straight line up near the 12-meter arc as they'll wait. Now they're going to just go 1-on-1 in the back as Albrecht was looking for Martineau. Now they'll start bringing people in, and there's a shot and a goal by Savannah Jackal as BW leads it 10-0. And with a 10-goal lead already with 14 minutes to go, it'll be a running clock here in this first half of action. And in women's lacrosse,
Congratulations to freshman pitcher Nikki Camerati of Brunswick being named OAC
and
Softball
with
Player
that,
of the Week.
the
For the
running
third time
clock
this
now in
season.
effect here
She had a 5-0 record and a 1.25
as BW with a
ERA,
10-0 lead
47
here.
strikeouts,
And let's
throwing
get you
3
updated
shutouts,
on the
and
men's
1
lacrosse
no-hitter.
scores.
Congrats, Nikki.
In the second quarter, Mount Union leads it over Heidelberg 3-1. BW all over Muskingum in the first quarter of play with an 11-0 lead, and John Carroll leads it over Wilmington 8-0. On the women's side this afternoon, Mount Union leads it over Heidelberg 7-2. Two other games will be starting in the 4 o'clock hour. It'll be Capital and Otterbein, and Marietta and Ohio Northern. Here in our game, 10-0, BW with the lead over Muskingum, as we are now in a running clock situation. Once that score goes to the differential is at 10. As we said, Muskingum coming into this game having lost 6 games in a row, and they have struggled on offense, especially in the last 4 games, and they're struggling this afternoon here, and not really a whole lot on the offensive attack zone as they try to pass the ball on the near side. It gets away from Allie Hill, the sophomore, and the turnover goes to BW as they'll quickly send it downfield. Coming up with it is Christina Roscoff out of Strongsville, passing it to the left side to Chamberlain. Chamberlain holding it, looking for that left-handed shot. Now they'll play it back behind the net. Martineau with it with 12:15 to go here. Running clock in this first half of action. Bad pass, picked up and scooped by Sid Chamberlain out of Worcester. Albrecht looking for somebody cutting through the fan area. Now regains, and we'll have another free position shot, I believe, for BW. Just to the right of the goaltender, Sienna Jones. It'll be Albrecht getting ready, approaching towards the crease, shoots, lofts it to the upper right 90, and puts it into the back of the net as BW leads it 11-0.
Hannah Albrecht.
So Hannah Albrecht comes up with the goal for BW.
Congratulations also goes
And
out to senior
Albrecht with her
All-OAC
second
Brewers
goal
Zach
of
Eisner
the
of
game,
Pennsylvania, who
as
became the OAC
Albrecht
Men's
now picks up her
Player of the Week,
18th
the second
goal
time this
of
season,
the
and
year.
fifth time in his career. Last weekend, Zach broke the school
And she
transfer
has
record
scored a
with
goal
mark of
in
205 feet
now
in
6
runnage.
of her
This
last
ranks
7
second
games,
in all of NCAA Division III. Congrats,
as
Zach.
BW with control of this game, leading it 11-0. Ashley Hildreth, who was 3 saves away from becoming the all-time saves leader for BW, hasn't seen much action at all on her defensive side of the field, as right now Muskingum has been held shotless in this game. BW with 25 shots in the first half of action. Now Muskingum getting the ball there, that cross-check with the stick as BW causes the turnover as they battle for the ball on the near side, and it's picked up by Alexis O'Neill. O'Neill working it to the far right side, 10.5 to go in the first half of action. BW has had control of it for about 19 minutes of this first half. They'll play it back over to Chamberlain. BW playing a little more deliberate here, trying to set up the offense. Albrecht looking on the wing, now looking for somebody cutting through, looking for Martineau. She'll play it back behind the goal line, extended left, out top at the 12-meter mark. Now coming in, going through the traffic, playing it back over to Martineau. Martineau on the year came into this game with 32 goals. They'll reset the clock Savannah Jackal with 3 goals in the game. Megan Patrick with 2. Hannah Albrechter with 1. Martineau, Chamberlain, and Moran, as well as Maddie Ray, each with a goal in this first half as BW leads it 11-0. When you look at goals by period, BW has been outscored by their opponents 75-66 in first halves of games this year. They've also been outshot by their opponents 175-165 in the first half. Now Muskingum trying to work it down. There's the double team as Hannah Stein right there. Muskingum will get control of the ball once again. Mackenzie Fuller trying to get by, working it to the right side. Her pass got nicked off on a good stick, and here comes a turnover as Albrechter will have it. As you see her, she's just cradling the ball in the stick, working it to the right side. Now she'll lift it up as she'll work it to the right side, goal line extended. 8:28 to go. Now they'll slow up the offense. Working it around the horn. On the near side, bad pass dropped by Alexis O'Neill. BW trying to make a move inside, looking for that pass from Albrechter. Now to Martineau, just outside the crease. Back to Albrechter, little scoop shot down low. And Albrechter comes up with her 3rd goal. So she'll pick up the hat trick as Albrechter now.
With the assist from number 1,
Bree Martineau coming up with the assist. Albrechter with 3 goals in the game. As Albrechter on the afternoon, 3 goals, 2 assists. That's 6. That gives her 5 points in the game. And Albrechter
Chad scored 6 goals and dished out 8 assists for a total of 14 points last week.
3rd all-time in assists.
Congrats, Chad.
And 3rd all-time in points for BW. Albrechter picking up the extra points as we are now at 12-0 in this first half of action. It has been all BW here in the first half. On the draw control, BW has won 8 draw controls, 4 for Muskingum. Muskingum has yet to get an official shot on goal, and we've got a timeout with 6:53 remaining in the first half of action. BW leading it 12-0.
Timeout, Muskingum. The defending Ohio Athletic Conference champion baseball team is currently in action for an OAC doubleheader against Muskingum University. First pitch was at 1 p.m., while the second game will follow at approximately 4 p.m.
BW men's and women's baseball and softball teams also in action this afternoon.
4 p.m. at Peaceful Valley.
The men are in town,
In action against Muskingum in an OAC doubleheader.
and the women are out of town.
Donna J. Newberry Field in New Concord. The Yellow Jackets will return to on home on Tuesday.
We'll get you updated on those scores
Doubleheader against Heidelberg at 3 and 5 p.m.
as well.
at BW softball field.
Here, 12-0. BW with the
Men's
lead.
track and field teams host their first outdoor meet of the season on Saturday, April 20th for the
BW in
Sparky
baseball,
Adams Invitation
bottom of the 3rd
inside
inning.
George Finnie Stadium.
They are down to Muskingum, 1-0. BW comes into that matchup, that doubleheader, with a 17-8 record. Muskingum at 8-16.
In OAC action inside Hornerman Stadium.
And the softball team, ranked 24th in the
men's golf team
country,
is currently competing in a 2-day NIE Intercollegiate Invitational
against Muskingum.
Worcester on today,
They lead it
Sunday,
in the
March
top of the
13th,
4th inning, 1-0.
at Worcester Country Club.
So there we'll get you updated on those scores as well as other scores in the OAC. Mount Union leading it over Heidelberg 7-2 in the first half. On the men's side, after we get the update, Mount Union over Heidelberg 5-2. BW leading it over Muskingum 13-0. And John Carroll with an 11-1 lead over Wilmington. Here it is 12-0, 6.5 minutes to go. As we get back to action, BW with 26 shots, 19 of them on goal. They are 4 of 5 on free position shots, as that shot missed very closely by Christina Roskoff. Muskingum with no official shots in the game or shots on goal. They do have 7 saves. They've won 5 draw controls, but they have turned the ball over 12 times. BW has just turned the ball over just once. And BW has been playing with that tilted field. They have controlled possession of the ball in this matchup here, as that ball has rarely gone across midfield line for the Muskies. BW once again in control as the Muskies playing back on defense a lot today. Albrecht with it. Left side goal line extended. Looking for a cutter. Plays it up top to Martineau. Martineau at the 8-meter line. She'll take a shot. That missing wide to the left-hand side. And the possession will remain with BW. Now Muskingum trying to get it out, as that was LaShonda Robinson. And Robinson got hammered, and she'll have possession of the ball just at the 12-meter mark. And she'll try to play it up front. Trying to clear it out. Albrechta getting a good stick on the ball. Picked up by BW on that ground ball pickup is Christina Roskoff. Roskoff on the year. That gives her 10th ground ball. Ball played on that far side. Stoppage in play. It'll get back to BW as they quickly try to send it up ahead. They'll restart it again. Now they're going to turn it over to Muskingum. As you said, Muskingum came into this game after losing to Ohio Northern 18-5. With the ball is J.C. Clifton, who has a goal in the game for the midfielder. Clifton trying to work it towards the arc area. One of the few times Muskingum has gotten deep into BW territory, as Courtney Hines, 14 goals. Her shot, and there's a save by Ashley Hildreth. Hildreth is now 1 save from tying a school record, 2 from setting it, as BW quickly controls the ball. Martineau right of the fan area. And just like that, that is how quick BW has moved inside on that pass by Megan Patrick. Her shot goes errant to the left side. 3.5 to go. First shot on goal, almost 17 minutes into the game, and Muskingum gets their first official shot on goal. Martineau with it. Working it back behind the net, working it over to that far side of Jackal. Jackal working it near the 12-meter arc, looking to go inside to O'Neill. O'Neill passes it to the near side across Roskoff. Now they'll play it back in between the area of the blue line and the 12-meter arc. Now BW trying to attack from behind the cage, looking to go, passing it into the X position. They'll have it back to the left side. Now the stoppage in play, and I believe BW did not, or Muskingum failed to have somebody near to cover somebody. Need to be there without 3-second call being made. Now a free position shot for BW. 4 of 5 for the Yellow Jackets. And the ball will get turned over on the procedure call. as we are down to 2 minutes to go here in the first half. BW leading it over Muskingum 12-0. Control once again by BW. Playing it to the right side is Mackenzie Moran. She's got a goal in the game. Moran, the senior out of Carlisle, Pennsylvania, in the Hannah Stein as they work it back behind the cage area. When you look at the numbers, Muskingum with just one substitute available for the Muskies. And that really, you talk about having to have that stamina in there as the shot and the pass. Megan Patrick coming up with the score. Megan Patrick now with the hat trick. That gives her 5 hat tricks on the year. And just when you look at it, with just one substitute for Muskingum, they are getting a little bit winded, especially playing back on their heels and on the defensive side of the field all this afternoon, as BW leads it 13-0 as we are nearing the end of the first half, as we are in a running clock situation with a more than a 10-goal lead, as BW leads it 13-0 here in this first half of action. As we get set for the draw control, Hannah Stein gets it. BW with 9 draw controls as we are down to the final 14 seconds. Good defensive play being made by LaShonda Robinson, putting a ball, her cross on the stick for BW as they reset the clock and get it all started. And we will not get another play on the free position shot as the first half comes to a close, and BW leads it 13-0 here at Trestle Field. And are we gonna well, the referee is saying that clock did not. So the referee talking to the referee is explaining to the timekeeper that the clock shouldn't have continued. Well, the referee giving an explanation to the timekeeper here on the near side as they clear that up, and I think we'll have the clock reset to about maybe 14 seconds as BW leads it 13-0. And they'll actually say that'll be the end of the first half of action. BW leads it 13-0. We played one half of action here from Trestle Field. We'll step aside as BW leads it 13-0.
And that's halftime. The score, your Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets 13, Muskingum Fighting Muskies 0.
Well, as we get ready for the second half of action, BW leading it 13-0. Over on the men's side, BW leading it against Muskingum 19-1. And in that game, Chad Steinwalks has set 3 records in just the first half alone. He set a single game assist record, that was 8. Set the single game for points, it was 12. And set the single season points record, which was 87. That all in the first half as BW leads at 19-1. In another game in the OAC with a similar score, John Carroll leads it over Wilmington 19-1. Mount Union leads it over Heidelberg 8-2. In other scores on the women's side of the ledger in lacrosse, Mount Union leads it over Heidelberg 12-2. 13-0, BW with control of the ball. We'll keep you up to date on some other things that are happening and keep you up to date on baseball scores and softball scores as the men's and women's teams are in action this afternoon. BW has controlled the ball for most of the game as it is a running clock situation as BW with a 13-0 lead. BW in the white tops will be going right to left as Martineau works it at the 12-meter line. Tries to get that pass inside. Another save there being made by Sienna Jones. Coming in very nicely, Sienna Jones now picking up her 9th save of the ball game. Looks to clear it out. Trying to find some opening as BW marking each of their offensive players as Muskingum trying to clear it out of the zone. Pass up there, working it over to LaShonda Robinson. Up ahead to Hannah Bailey. She had 2 goals against Hiram. Long lead pass on a nice pass over to Carly Spitz. 12 goals, 3rd leading scorer on the team for Muskingum as they work it to the goal line extended, trying to work some type of offense right now. On the pass to the near side is J.C. Clifton, the freshman. They'll work it along the 12-meter arc. Up top, over to Brianna Bailey. 5 goals this season. She started all 16 games last year and all 12 games this year. Pass back behind the net, and it'll be turned over to BW. In baseball action, Muskingum still leads it over BW 1-0 in the 5th inning. Here's a big run by the Yellow Jackets coming in, looking to go to that right side over to Alexis O'Neill. In front, loose, and right on the goal crease. And it is picked up by Sienna Jones. So BW men's baseball team losing in the bottom of the 5th, 1-0. As Muskingum trying to clear out the zone. In softball action, BW and Muskingum tied at 1 in the 6th in softball action. BW with control of the ball once again. Bree Martineau, who has 1 goal in the game, playing it out to Savannah Jackal along the 12-meter arc, now going inside the fan area. That shot rifled back in outside of the cage on the left-hand side. But BW will maintain possession here as we are in a running clock here in this second half of action. Patrick, who has the hat trick today. Patrick, Jackal, and Albrechta each with 3 goals in the contest. Roscoff had it. Ball loose in the fan area, now rolling, and that ground ball will be picked up as LaShonda Robinson trying to fight for the ball, and it is picked up by Courtney Hines. Hines, one of the leading scorers with 14 goals on the year. Now she lost the handle of the ball as it came out of the net area and picked up by BW. Crisp passing by the Yellow Jackets on the near side. Here comes Mackenzie Moran in the middle of the fan area, trying to flick it through over to Alexis O'Neill, but it does not go. But BW maintains possession. They'll work it around the 12-meter mark area. Back behind the net again. Alexis O'Neill looking to pass it to the near side over to Maddie Ray, the sophomore out of Revere. 25 minutes remaining in the second half. BW leading at 13-0. That pass knocked away on a good defensive play by Allie Hill, the sophomore. Now BW recovering, looking for that pass as it bangs off a couple of sticks and off the head of Hannah Bailey. And it'll be Muskingum ball. The pass over to Sienna Jones back behind the net. She'll look to send it upfield. Has to get rid of it quickly as the count is on. Now she'll walk it out of the crease area at the top of the fan area. Still looking for a pass. Now looking on that loft as that is picked up on the near side by Mackenzie Fuller. Fuller being marked by Bree Martineau. Dropped it, picks it up again on that right side. Near the 12-meter line. Plays it back. Now let's see if Muskingum can muster up some offense here in this second half. Really their second possession in their own attacking end. Looking to go on the pass left to right as Hannah Stein comes in there with a quick cross check. Playing it back over to Fuller. Now here comes Courtney Hines trying to work it in. Trying to spin her way through the double team, and the double team worked for BW. As the turnover, it's picked up over by Megan Patrick. Patrick leaves it over to Hannah Albrechta. Albrechta working it towards the blue line. Little lofty pass to Martineau. Martineau on the left wing. Goes inside, looks for that left-handed shot. Plays it in the middle. Intercepted, now picked up by Mackenzie Moran, who shoots one low and into the back of the net. As BW leads it 14-0. As Mackenzie Moran picks up her second goal of the game. Bree Martineau will get the assist. So Martineau with the goal and 4 assists, 5 points on the afternoon. BW's highest scoring output this year was 21 goals in a 21-0 win over Marietta back on March 30th. BW has won 3 games in a row, 13-7 over Ohio Northern, 9-8 against John Carroll, and a 21-0 win over Marietta. Their losses over the last month or so came at the hands of Worcester, a 15-14 loss, and a 20-10 loss to Capital in OAC play. BW in control of it once again. Sid Chamberlain, the freshman out of Worcester, looks back behind the cage area, plays it over to Mackenzie Moran on the near side, up top to Albrechta on the wing. Now at the point, working it right wing. Looking inside, beautiful pass in the middle to Savannah Jackal, who puts the ball into the back of the net. And Savannah Jackal now,
with the assist from number
Jackal will get her 4th goal of the game. Her high for her career was against Pacific, where she had 5 goals in that game. She ties her high of 4 this season when she had 4 against Center Kentucky. And she is at 6 games where she's had 2 or more goals as BW leads it 15-0. We were talking about the men's score as BW leads it over Muskingum on the men's side 19-1. In that game, Chad Steinwalks has set 3 school records, one for single game assists. That record was 8. single game of points. The record was 12, and single season points, which was 87, and that was all in the first half of action. BW now with a 15-0 lead here in the second half of action. Mackenzie Moran having it, wearing that big old knee brace on that right side. Hasn't really hampered her running ability to attack the ball and to attack the goal. Nice pass to Albrecht back in the back. And there's been the big difference, the passing game. BW very crisp on their passes, whereas Muskingum has struggled on their passing game. Pass knocked down, Martineau working it right side, shucks and drives, and we'll have a free position shot now for BW. It'll be Martineau with it. Down to 20 minutes to go in this ball game. Martineau up top. Waiting for the official to get everybody set in position along the fan area. She'll approach. Lost the handle of it. And it'll be picked up by Courtney Hines. Hines trying to go on a long run on the near side. Spins through one defender, still with control of it. Now the stoppage in play. They'll give it back to Muskingum. Hines going against the triple team. Working it to the right side. Spins her way. Still has control of the ball. Now passes it to the right side. Fuller working it back over to Jackson. Looking for a shot inside. No shot that time. Picked up by Muskingum. Hildreth now finally getting ready to try to defend the goal, as really the longest possession of the ball game for Muskingum right now. And there you see the difference in the passing game. Shorter passes by Muskingum, not as crisp as BW's passes. There you see the pass is just a loft to the near side up top, a little pick there. Now coming up with it is Courtney Hines. Misplays it, scoops it up off the turf. Hines trying to get by the defense by Roscoff. Now a double team, and we'll have another stoppage, and it'll be Muskingum getting it at the 12-meter line. Hines looking to go inside in the fan area, takes the shot and scores. But are they going to count it? Let's see. No, I don't think they're going to. So it'll be a free position play now for Muskingum. So that goal and shot will be disallowed as Hines getting it just to the left side of the arc. Her shot saved by Hildreth. Hildreth with her second save ties the all-time saves mark for BW. Long lead pass to Albrechta over to Martineau. Martineau at the 12-meter arc, working it to the left side. So Ashley Hildreth with that save gives her a tie atop for all-time saves at BW. Martineau getting the ball back over at topside. Works it to the right over to Christina Roscoff. Albrechta behind the cage, behind that crease area. Looking for a cutter coming through. Plays it on the wing to Savannah Jackal. BW trying to work the offense, trying to find somebody cutting through the fan area. There's a quick little wrister, and that shot is hit by Christina Roscoff.
And goal.
Roscoff
Christina Roscoff
comes up with her first goal of the game on her second shot.
From number 23, Mackenzie Moran.
So BW extends the lead to
Currently in action
16.
against Muskingum down at the Lindler Family Tennis Center in Mason. BW will conclude its OAC doubleheader action by taking on
So
Marion
BW
Hall
leading
at
it
3 p.m.
16-0.
Also at Lindner.
So BW, as we were talking about Ashley Hildreth, with that save. As we look at the all-time leader marks, Hildreth ties with Amanda Ghetto with 242 saves. So BW with 16 goals in the game. And Bree Martineau with 5 assists in the game. So they've done a good job of passing the ball around and spreading the wealth. So 10 assists in the contest. So they've scored 26 points in this game. Now Muskingum looking to take a shot on goal. If Hildreth comes up with the save, she'll be the all-time saves leader with 243. Came into the game with 240, tied the mark at 242. There's a shot and a save, and that one should be the record for Ashley Hildreth. We'll wait to see the marking on there. That they credit her with that save. That will give her the school record for most saves, and they do give her the save, so that's a record for Hildreth, as she is now the all-time saves leader in net with 243. Congratulations, Ashley, the sophomore, doing it in 2 years out of North Tonawanda, New York. Now on the free possession shot, they'll work it to Hines. And we'll have another stoppage in play. 16-0 BW and another free position. 0 for 2 for Muskingum on free possession shots. Hines looking to go on the attack. Here's a save once again, the fourth by Ashley Hildreth, as she is now the all-time leader in saves for BW Women's Lacrosse, doing it as a sophomore. Congratulations to her. Hildreth on the year with 112 saves, make it 115 as BW comes around and makes another goal.
23,
Mackenzie Moran comes up with the goal. Moran with her third goal of the game. Martineau with the assist, her sixth of the game.
Spring Invitational today and Sunday, April 13th and 14th. Hosted by Worcester at the Mohican Hills Golf Club in Jeromesville.
And most assists in a game, the record is 8. Martineau has 6 today.
The men's lacrosse team is currently in action against Muskingum University. In the third quarter, the score is 21-2. The men's lacrosse will return home to host Heidelberg at 1 p.m. inside.
So BW leading it 17-0 here in the second half of action, as Martineau just 2 assists shy of setting a single game record. BW with 17 goals in the game. That is their third highest output of the year. They scored 21 against Marietta, 15 against Oberlin, and 19 against Center to open the season. Now in the second half, Muskingum with a little more offense, but BW has been in control when they scored 3 goals in the first 3 minutes of the game. Carly Spitz with it. Working it as that ball gets taken off on the floor, and play will continue, and it'll be in possession of Muskingum as they try to go in on a quick shot, but the referee says, no, we need to restart it properly. Other scores going on in the OAC. Mount Union leads it over Heidelberg 19-2. Other games getting ready for 4 o'clock starts. Capital and Otterbein and Marietta and Ohio Northern. We'll get you updated on the men's side of lacrosse this afternoon as Muskingum with control of the ball. Muskingum trying to work it right side. Carly Spitz with it back behind the cage area, trying to work it near the cross area, but there's Hannah Stein right there to defend. She'll try to push her off on that pass over to Mackenzie Fuller. That shot is knocked off by Ashley Hildreth. Hildreth again coming up with another save in this contest. Hildreth with 5 in the game. Quickly on the counterattack, BW Patrick, who has a hat trick today. Nice pass going into Albrechta, but couldn't come up with the clean catch as they battle for it on the turf. And it'll be in control of BW. On the men's side, Mount Union leads it over Heidelberg 8-3. BW over Muskingum 21-2. John Carroll with a 23-2 lead over Wilmington. And Capital and Otterbein are tied at 3. BW quick pass, Martineau off the stick of Sienna Jones, and there's a save for Muskingum. And Muskingum's coach is going to get ready to call a timeout. 8:22 remaining in the second half of action as BW leads it 17-0.
Attention fans, a copy of today's game program can be found in the mailbox located on the south side of the press box. The women's tennis team is currently in OAC action against Muskingum down at the Lindner Family Tennis Center. BW will follow this match by taking on Marietta at 3 p.m.
So BW leading at 17-0 as looking at some of the team stats, BW with 38 shots in the game, 26 shots on goal. Muskingum with 6 shots, 5 of the shots on goal. BW with 5 saves, Muskingum with 9. And with those 5 saves by Ashley Hildreth, she now vaults into the number 1 spot in all-time saves in BW, doing it, and she's only a sophomore. So congratulations to Ashley Hildreth, who comes into this game 7th in the OAC in goals against average. But she is 2nd in the Ohio Athletic Conference in saves. In that lacrosse game for the men, looking at some of the numbers in that game as they lead at 23-2. Ben Kubiak with 6 goals in the game. Chad Steinwachs, 2 goals, 13 assists. And as we said, the Steinwalks set the record for assists in a game. The record was 8. He has 13 so far. And with the 15 points, he set the single game for points, which was 12. And he came into the game and set the record for single season in points with 87. So Ben Kubiak with 6 goals, Chad Steinwalks with 13 assists in the contest and scored 15 points as BW leads it over Muskingum 24-2 with 5:55 to go in the third quarter of play in that matchup. Here, we're under 8 minutes to go as BW leads it 17-0. Albrecht trying to fight for the ball against J.C. Clifton. Still battling in there as Clifton giving it her all, trying to get coverage of that ball. Now she gets it to Hines. Hines trying to work against the double team. Plays it to the right, over to Mackenzie Fuller. Fuller will work it back behind the cage area. 17-0, BW with the lead. On the drive is Crisp. Crisp trying to go in front, taken away by Ashley Hildreth. Hildreth will run it out towards the 12-meter line. Still trying to push it as far as she could. Looking, sends the long lead pass to Albrecht. A good pass. Nice little dish over to Hannah Stein up the middle. She'll attack to the middle over to Brie Martineau left of the lane. Now back to Hannah Stein. Stein looks in, shoots and scores. Textbook passing by BW as Hannah Stein picks up her goal of the game. That for Hannah Stein. Hannah Stein picks up her first goal of the game, her second of the season. And on the assist was Brie Martineau, her 19th assist of the year. And in today's contest, Brie Martineau with a goal and 7 assists for 8 points in the game. And let's double check her numbers. She has 7 assists. She's 1 assist from tying a record that was held by Maddie Russell in 2016 with 8 assists in a game. She's 2 points away from tying the record for points in a game, that one by Kayla Miller in 2016. And with 5:31 to go. Hines shoots wide left. We'll take a look at the assist number for BW in today's game. They have 12 assists as a team. That's 3 shy of a record for a game for the team. Record is at 15. 18-0. 31 points in the game. Hines with it, trying to work through on the double team inside the fan area, still with control of the stick. Good check there by Hannah Stein as Ashley Hilder trying to come in. That ball got a loose as she came out of the crease area, was able to quickly go back and now sends a nice outlet over to Albrechta. Albrechta up ahead on the little chest pass catch being made by Alexis O'Neill. Good run there for about 20 yards. Working it to the right side. Martineau worth it. Back in the X area. Looking for that pass. Plays it over to Hannah Stein. Stein was hampered on that pass by Brianna Bailey. And now BW still with control of it Albrecht with it. 3:45 to go. Zip pass up top into Albrecht. Nice in through traffic. Loses the handle of it and picks it up once again. Stein, who scored a goal just a couple of minutes ago, with it will play it back behind the cage area to the near side over to Christina Roscoff. BW very crisp in their passing this afternoon as they lead it 18-0. In the fan area, right along the crease, they work it to the near side up front, looking for that pass to Martin. Stein picks it up. She'll shoot. There's a save right there being made by Sienna Jones. Sienna Jones coming in and doing a fine job with 10 saves in the ball game. We've been in a running clock throughout most of this game as BW leads it 18-0. Hannah Bailey on a run, lost the handle of it. Ground ball will be scooped up by Carly Spitz. Spitz's shot, save being made by Ashley Hildreth as she'll start a counterattack herself. Passing it up front over to Alexis O'Neill. Neal racing towards the top of the 12-meter arc, looks to her right, still racing in there, goes in, shoots and scores. What a long attack by Alexis O'Neill, and O'Neill comes up with the goal. Her first of the game, along with an assist. So Alexis O'Neill with her 6th goal. She has 2 assists, 7 points on the year. 19-0 BW. .31 points scored by BW in the game. The record is 37. That was set against Wilmington in 2014. Down to 65 seconds to go in this contest. BW will go to 7-5 overall. They'll go to 4-1 in the OAC and maintain a perfect record of 5-0 at home. Albrecht with it, working along the fan on the right side. We're down to 45 seconds to go. BW attacking on the near side. That shot off the post, and Muskingum comes up with the loose ball. Loose in front of the crease and picked up by LaShonda Robinson, the senior. Pass on that far side. Allie Hill, the sophomore. Down to the final 20 seconds of the matchup as Hannah Stein fights for the ball. Still picked up by Christina Roscoff. We're under 10 seconds to go here in this matchup. And we'll have the stoppage in play. They'll reset it. Clock continues to roll. And Martineau's shot. Will they give her the goal? Yes. They're going to give Martineau the goal. So Martineau picks up the goal that gives BW a 20-0 win. And for Martineau, that is her 100th career point with virtually no time left on the clock as BW defeats Muskingum 20-0. Bree Martineau comes up with her 100th point in her career. Ashley Hildreth becomes the all-time saves leader in the net as BW defeats Muskingum 20-0. BW goes to 7-5 on the year. Muskingum falls to 1-12 on the season and 0-5 in conference play. So the Yellow Jackets come up with the win here in the OAC as the Yellow Jackets get the big win and move to 7-5 on the year. As we take a look at the final statistics in this game, BW with 39 shots, 27 of them on goal. They score 20 goals. They were 4 of 5 on free position shots. Ashley Hildreth with 6 saves in the game. They did win 12 draw controls. They picked up 22 crown balls. They caused 14 turnovers. They turned it over themselves just 8 times. For Muskingum, 7 shots, 6 of them on goal. They were 0 of 2 in free position shots. Sienna Jones had 9 saves in the game. They did win 7 draw controls, but they did turn the ball over 20 times. They caused 4 turnovers. In the game, Savannah Jackal with 4 goals. Megan Patrick, 3 goals and an assist for 4 points. Mackenzie Moran, 3 goals and an assist for 4 points. Hannah Albrecht, 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points in the game. Bree Martineau with 2 goals in the game and 7 assists, 9 points in the contest. Hannah Stein, Sid Chamberlain, and Christina Roskoff, along with Maddie Ray, each with a goal in the game. So BW wins this one. They go to 7-5 on the year. Muskingum falls to 1-12. That'll wrap things up. BW's next game will be against Heidelberg on April 19th. I'm Adam Mendoza. Want to thank you for joining us here on BWYellowJackets.com. Have a great day as BW comes up with the win 20-0 over Muskingum.